So Governor Andrew Cuomo's he's in trouble, but so you should remember that he was given an Emmy, right? He's going to receive an International Emmy Founders Award in recognition of his leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic and his masterful use of TV to inform and calm people around the world. So just so you know, I'm going to show you why this is garbage in a second. Because he actually was responsible for killing thousands of elderly people in New York and cutting the medical budget during the middle of a pandemic. But right now, this is the breaking news on him, is that the Attorney General has come out and said that, yes, he did sexually harass multiple women. That's what the probe says. That's what the probe says. Okay. An investigation found that New York Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women inside and outside state government and worked to retaliate against one of his accusers. Wow. The nearly 5-month investigation that spoke to 179 people found that Cuomo administration was a hostile work environment and that it was rife with fear and intimidation. Wow. You're telling me working with the elder Fredo is no bueno? Do they have Glassdoor ratings for these kind of things? Come on. Okay. These interviews and pieces of evidence revealed a deeply disturbing yet clear picture. Governor Cuomo sexually harassed current and former state employees in violation of federal and state laws, New York Attorney General Letitia James said at a press conference. Investigators said they found all 11 women were credible, noting that their allegations were corroborated to varying degrees, including by other witnesses and contemporaneous text messages. Huh. 11 women, that's enough for a Spinal Tap approval. Come on, am I right? 11? They go all the way to 11. Some suffered through unwanted touching and grabbing of their most intimate body parts, the legal investigator stated. None of them welcomed it, and all of them found it disturbing, humiliating, uncomfortable, and inappropriate. I'm going to say it was all a miscommunication. Cuomo's position on all allegations has hardened into one of defiance. Cuomo has always denied touching anyone inappropriately, but he initially said his behavior with women was misinterpreted. Huh. I think that's what that says there. New York's Attorney General released findings that is certain to renew calls for the Democrats' resignation or impeachment. And just to show you how funny this is from 2013. Andrew Cuomo himself tweeted out, there should be a zero tolerance policy when it comes to sexual harassment and must send a clear message that this behavior is not tolerated. I remember someone else who tweeted out something like that, and he was sleeping with a hire. He had just hired somebody and he was sleeping with her. He had also tweeted out something. So it's people who tweet out stuff like that. You got to be scared. I would be suspicious. I know somebody who tweeted out zero tolerance, and he was banging someone he had just hired. And here is Joe Biden. By the way, he's going to be speaking of great allies for women. Joe Biden is asked about Andrew Cuomo.
About Governor Cuomo of New York. I know you've said you want the investigation to continue. If the investigation confirms the claims of the women, should he resign?
Yes, I think he probably ended up being prosecuted, too.
When they gave him this award, they gave him an Emmy Award. So this is what's going to take, it seems like that's what's going to take Andrew Cuomo down, is now this new report. It seems like it. We'll see. He's been able to ride this out so far, but now there's a credible report that's saying this actually happened with 11 women.
And can I tell you that NPR just had an article, Biden calls on New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign after harassment report? That was just in.
So so that's what's probably going to take him down. What is amazing that it didn't take him down, which is, I think, killing thousands of people is actually a bigger scandal. I think they're both bad. I think killing thousands of people is a big scandal. He totally was able to. Nobody was going to hold him accountable for that. No one is going to. So when they gave him the Emmy for his COVID handling, I said, this is what's known as establishment mindfuckery. His handling of COVID was disastrous. He also presided over a decade of hospital closures and consolidations, prioritizing cost savings over keeping popular healthcare institutions open. He killed thousands of old people. And here it is. New York hospitals face $400 million in cuts even as the virus battle rages. State lawmakers said that slashing hospital budgets to rein in Medicaid costs while the coronavirus is spreading is cruel, inhuman, and unacceptable. Wow. Hey, sorry about the no medical care. Take this thumbs up instead, huh? Cuomo won't back down on Medicaid cuts, even if it means spurning billions in coronavirus aid. Wow. Wow. Cuomo aide Melissa DeRosa admits that they hid nursing home data so the feds wouldn't find out. New York State nursing homes residents were dying from COVID-19 at a much higher rate than what there was reported by the Governor Andrew Cuomo's health department on purpose. They were lying. So they're admitting that they were lying. Cuomo gave immunity to nursing home executives after big campaign donations. So did you think this would be a big scandal that Joe Biden would ask him to step down over this? No. No. This is business as usual. Joe Biden kills lots of people for money. Kamala Harris imprisons lots of people for money. They kill people all over the world for money. That's what they do. They're hired killers, and they kill people for money. I love it. This is a Brooklyn Dad Defined. That's that corporate guy he's paid to tweet. He says, I love that Andrew Cuomo was getting an Emmy for keeping folks calm and informed during the pandemic while Trump was busy telling folks to inject bleach. Fun fact, Trump never got an Emmy. So that's the kind of shit lived. That's what's wrong with America, is people like that. You know who was the most progressive president, the last most progressive president? Richard Nixon. You know why? Because he was scared. He was scared of the people. So there's Andrew Cuomo. We'll see. We'll see if he steps down. I predict he fights it. I don't care how many people ask him to step down. And the irony of Joe Biden asking someone else to step down because of that is freaking hilarious. Why don't you just have who's the guy from CNN? I'll just have Jeffrey Toobin ask him to step down. The guy who got caught jerking off. Why don't you ask him? So there you go. So that's what's going to take. Looks like that's what probably will take Cuomo down if something does. What won't take him down is killing thousands of people and lying about it. That's okay. That's politics as usual. Chicago, we've added a second show August 7th. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for tickets. We're going to be in Chicago August 7th, and then we're going to Portland. We're going to Sacramento. We're going to, where else are we going? We're going to Las Vegas. We're going to lots of places. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets.